Hey everybody, it's Tim Whittemore with the Tim Whittemore Group once again, coming out here this week to give a little info for you. So this time we're going about how to prep your house for sale. I had a couple people ask me this, so I figured it was time to tell you. Whether you're listing with a real estate agent or you're trying to do it on your own, I've got some good tips to kind of help you out. So here's like 10-ish sort of things for you to look out for. So first and foremost is to research the market that you've got going. So what does that mean? Well, check out the comparable sales. You can go to Realtor.com. You can go to a whole slew of different places to see what has sold prior to this. Now, what you're supposed to do with that is to make sure that you can see houses that have sold in your area or like areas like that. Make sure that it's close to the same square footage, it's got the same features, same bedrooms, things like that. And go ahead and see how that they compare so that you can get a good idea what your house is going to actually go for. I caution you going to certain sites like Zillow to get a Zestimate, because those things, well, they're not always correct. It may seem like you can sell your house for quite a bit more if you live 3 blocks from a waterfront property that's 1.2 million, and they're just using an average. Unless you have a waterfront property, then, I mean, whatever. The easiest thing to do actually is just to hire one of us, real estate agents, to go out there and actually do a comparative market analysis for you. When you do look at looking to get a real estate agent out there, and you start to interview them, some things to kind of keep in mind is to make sure that, well, they know their job. They know the market, they know their neighborhood, they have access to potential buyers, as well as has some social media experience. Now, social media is huge. You're probably watching me on Facebook or YouTube right now, so yeah, it's pretty big. So make sure that you definitely check those things out. And make sure that they're going to be a good fit for you and what you're looking for. Remember, when you are interviewing them, cheapest isn't always best. Trust me. Other things to do is to go ahead and get a whole bunch of light bulbs. You want as much light as you can possibly get inside that house when you're actually showing your home. So make sure to get those. Make sure that they're the bright kind of light bulbs too. And you know, these things kind of they go out once in a while. So if you don't have any, go get some. Next one is to go ahead and get a deep clean. Well, Tim, what's a deep clean? Well, clean a little bit more than you want. People also call this spring cleaning. Okay, so go out and make sure that you're actually cleaning the ceiling fans. It's probably been running for a full year. Go through and make sure that you clean up the baseboards, get everything wiped down, mop the floors, all those sort of things. If it seems like it's a thing that you do once a year, go ahead and do that. All right, also make sure to declutter your home. So go through and take all those extra things that they're just laying out, you know, that looks like the junk drawer, you know, everybody's got one of those things. If it's cluttered everywhere, remove all that. Statistically, it's saying anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000 difference on an offer price if you go ahead and declutter your home. So make sure that that's one of the things that you can do. Also, call a handyman, unless you're handy yourself. Go out there and make sure that if there's leaky faucets, that those things get fixed. Any missing hardware, make sure that those are gone. Cracks in the walls, broken appliances, make sure all those things are fixed. It's really going to make a difference when a buyer starts actually walking through your home and seeing, well, did they really take care of this? It's one of those things to take a look at. Also, paint the walls. It's amazing what happens when you clean the carpets and paint the walls. That aroma that's actually in the air from that really makes it feel like a new car smell. Except it's not a car, it's a house, so yeah. But just putting fresh paint on there and getting rid of, you know, with those green and maybe bright orange rooms that you might have in there, definitely go in there and get a neutral color. So what's a neutral color? It's whites, light grays, beige, or what they call grayish. I don't know, I guess that's like a mix between the two. But if you get any of those and you can put those on there, it makes it way more attractive for buyers. Also, go ahead and stage your home. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go out and pay, thousands of dollars for a professional staging company. Really, all it can do is you can use your own furniture, make sure it's all cleaned up. You can have one of us real estate agents kind of go through and give you a good idea. If you really want a baseline of what you're looking for, think about it this way. When you start actually selling your home, you're actually staying in a model home. So if you think of it that way, what would I find in a model home? That's probably your best bet going forward with that. Now, you do have the option to remove everything out of the house and do get it professionally staged. Yeah, of course, you can talk to your real estate professional to see which one's best for you. Also, a professional photographer. Now, these cell phone things take great pictures, but it's probably not going to be the best thing for you when you're trying to sell probably one of the most expensive assets that you're probably ever going to sell. So make sure that you spend, professional photographers can go anywhere between $40 to hundreds of dollars depending on whatever your price point is. But make the time to make sure that we do have, or that your realtor is getting, a professional photographer out there. 90-something% of people are finding the homes online. So ensure that you actually go out there and make sure that you have the best impression moving forward, which is, of course, getting a professional photographer out there. Other things to think about is to rent a storage unit. Get a lot of that stuff out there. A lot of people, they know that you're living in the house and trying to sell it, but they're trying to envision themselves in that home. So if you have a lot of clutter, you've accumulated a lot of stuff over the years, go ahead and remove that and put it temporarily in somewhere else. It's really going to it's going to make a huge difference moving forward. Also, if you can't afford that, the one thing that I suggest and I tell my sellers is to go ahead and take all your stuff and put it in the garage. If somebody walks into the garage and sees that it's a mess, most people kind of assume that the garage turns into a storage unit anyway. It kind of looks like one too. So if you put them in boxes and put them in there and try to make it as neat as you can, that's going to help out tremendously. Also, depersonalize your home. So make sure that, I know that you love it and you got pictures of you and the spouse and the kids and the dogs and whatever and your vacations, and it's all up over the wall. I would suggest that you take those down, mainly because when people walk through your home, they want to see themselves in the home, not necessarily feel like they're intruding on somebody else's home and that they're taking it away from you. So definitely make sure that you take those personal knickknacks down and things of that nature. Also, ensure that when you are staging and getting your house ready, that you go out there in the front of the house and remove all the different little knickknacks. If you have some yard gnomes, I think they're still in style, but that's my personal opinion. But go ahead and take those out. Get it professionally landscaped or do some yourself. There's a lot of do-it-yourself stuff in order to get that thing going. Just know that the first impression that anybody's going to have when they actually go up to your home is when they see it from the outside. So if you're going to spend any amount of time and effort, that's where I would say, let's get people into the house. We'll worry about it later, okay? Other than that, when you are ready to move, you're under contract, you're good to go, and then you're thinking, well, how the heck am I going to get all my stuff out of here? Make sure that you get some trustworthy movers. You can ask us as professional real estate professionals. Yeah, that works. Real estate agents, come out and ask us. We know we do this all the time, and we can get you in touch with some of the reputable people that are out there. So that's all I have. If you guys have any additional questions, please do ask them below here, or go ahead and give me a call, send me a message, whatever you need to do. If you know somebody that could use this information, make sure to like and share that with them, share the link with them. Of course, if you do like this content, make sure to give it a thumbs up and go ahead and share it with other people. Anyway, I'm Tim with the Tim Whittemore Group, and until next time, talk to you then. And my camera moved. Yeah, this is kind of weird. There we go. That seems better. All right, guys.